Hello and welcome to Magic Fire Tarot with Paula. This is a reading for Sagittarius. It is for our soul's journey. Not concentrating in a particular area about love or anything like that. It's really about the messages that the universe wants you to know about your soul's journey. So your current energy, the card that came from the Rider-Waite, is the Ace of Wands. This is that passionate beginning. This is the vibration of determination, of perseverance. It's a fire sign card, and you burn brightly, but from a distance. You're more of a you're the kind of fire sign that burns steadily and strong, but you're not a path blazer per se, or you keep the home fires burning, but you definitely like to um, have that passion glowing. It's an ember, and it can flare here and there, but it's a really neat energy of yeah of really being on your life's path, and the universe is literally saying, "We got you." Okay, so let's go a little bit further and see what other messages we have here, expanding on this current Ace of Wands. And we have the Queen of Cups from the next deck, the major Arcanum deck. This is all about emotions. This is about feelings. This is about um, being in tune with your heart. And so really powerful cards to start out with. So you're in a really good place. You're strong. You're spiritually on the right path. You're in touch with your feelings. You're not afraid of them. Um, yeah, and the universe has your back. So let's take a little peek into. We're going to go into the Dark Mirror deck, and we're just going to see what is kind of underneath the surface that we may not be aware of. All right, this is just to get to know, when you're happy, when you're content, when you're peaceful and joyful, and then something just really gets your goat, and you think, oh, the universe is trying to tell me something or teach me something. Well, this is something that may be concealed from you. This may be deep-seated, buried beneath the surface. So we're going to just take a peek and see at this deck what that would be. And it is Calling the Storm. So, Calling the Storm. I'm going to go ahead and read from this book. Trying to figure out where you need to see that. So this is number 30. So we're going to read a little bit for you on where you're at, Sagittarius. Okay, this is under the surface. Okay, so Calling the Storm. Power comes not from the inside, but from connection and integration to a greater whole. All right, pull and release. Push to the limit. The eye is the only peaceful place that can be. So this is a time to find and release our power. Like a spring that has been compressed to the point it has lost the memory of motion and movement, yet there is power inside it. Finding it is called empowerment. It starts from the belief in our power, in our ability to cope, to fight, to endure, to overcome a challenge. However, too often we are encouraged to see empowerment as something that happens only within in our psychological space. We are not necessarily islands. We can borrow the power of the world around, the context, the environment, the expectations. We do not control the storm. We just call it. To call the storm, we need not fear it. This is what will make us strong. After the storm, there is always the sun. So if the sky has been gray for too long now, it's time not to fear the storm, but to embrace it. It will grow up and devour our chains and our jailers. And it will hurt us as well, but it will be healthier than just stare at the chilly rain. We can restart only after We let ourselves end. So this is really about truly you are in touch with your feelings, your feminine side, your nurturing side, your passion, your drive, desire. But there's something in there, right? And literally the call to power is being in tune with those others, being in tune with our environment and how our energy is put out into that. So we're we don't have to embrace for the storm. We can embrace the storm of whatever is holding us deep down and back. Now, so yeah, you're not afraid of the storm. I mean, we don't need to fear, right? So let's take a peek on like literally standing in your power as you deal with life as it comes at you, and being in tune with your emotions, but not not letting them get out of control, being very dignified, being clear, um, being certain in how you want to handle your emotions in whatever storm you're dealing with. Very, very powerful. So this is a new deck I have. The next, we're going to just take a peek and see if we can expand a little bit about this storm and what this tarot deck says. This is the Oceanic Tarot. And really, it's a feeling and emotion deck, I find. A huge water deck. And since we are really in tune with our emotions, and maybe some of your storm comes from your emotions, and some of that can be scary if you feel like your emotions can get out of control, right? We have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, this is really key when you're dealing with your storm and your emotions, right? Because some of those storms coming at you at life, like, do we really need to participate? Walk away what no longer serves you. If somebody's starting something and it is not in your best interest, in your heart, mind, body, and soul, and it stirs up negative emotions, do we need to participate? That's the message I'm getting. Do you want to participate? Do you need to participate? All right, now we're going to look at a couple really intriguing decks. Oh, I need to get the names of them. The one deck is the let's see, the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, and then there's another deck that I love. And it's very intuitive based. Here it is, Oracle of Visions. Okay, so the by Trevor Marquette, which is amazing, amazing artist. So this is really intuitive, and I'm going to show you this card. And I don't read any of their books or anything. I just strictly go on feeling and intuition. All right, and the messages I'm guided to share with you. So Sagittarius, what is it that we need to take a peek at in? Oh, that's too many. We had like 6 follow. No, Sagittarius. What is a deeper meaning of all this? There it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Your divine feminine energy. You've got control of your emotions. You know when to share, how to share. And when those storms come and kind of rattle your cage, look, you sit back and take the time. You don't have to jump at anyone's beck and call, okay? That's what I see, that, you take in, you listen, and then you process. And do you need to respond? And is it for your greater good or for their greater good to respond? And is it, what kind of karma are you putting out in your response? And the lack of response can be karma as well. Sometimes no response is the most powerful. So now we're going to go to this next deck, which I love these two particular decks because it's really about what you feel. Okay, oh, so this next, look at it, it's a happy home. By you being in control of your emotions and choosing what you want to participate in and choosing what you do not, walking away from what no longer serves you and the peacefulness you have in your home, that is huge. That is That is so beyond amazing. 1 second, please. Um, Sorry about that. Um, yeah, what you have going for you is the power of your emotions, the power of your fire, as it were, okay? So, we're going to take a peek now at the soul's journey. So, we're going to try to narrow this storm and the emotions and kind of what sets you going, or the universe may give you an affirmation to meditate on, to pray on, to be grateful for. So, what is the message for our Sagittarius in this reading? It is judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and maybe that's part of the deal. Is you've come to this place where you don't have to be right anymore. You don't have to to make anyone else wrong. You are coming from a place of um, meeting people where they're at and loving them regardless of their behavior. And that's a really powerful thing. So we're going to go to the last deck for advice from the universe on this reading. Okay? Advice for you. What does Sagittarius need to know about their soul's journey through all this? What's the most important thing or something we missed that the universe wants Sagittarius to be aware of? It's a beautiful reading. It's really strong and powerful. There it is. And we have the Magician. Okay, major arcana, right? What's your advice? You have all the skill, all the love, all the gentleness, all the nurturing, all the emotions, all the thought process, the wisdom, the guidance, the universe's backing. You have everything inside of you. And that makes you powerful in a most beautiful way. You can make something out of nothing, but you can also take something like out of control and bring it back to a place of beauty for people that may not have anywhere near your place in your journey. They may be struggling, and seeing you, the way you dignify the situation with your calmness, even though you may be fired up inside, your wisdom and you setting the example and still being compassionate and a listener without going off, or the ability again to say nothing and say, I agree to disagree and I respect you. That is really beautiful, Sagittarius. Your soul is beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.